Everyone's good with getting a 5, 6, 7 year car loan at 25% and thinks that that doesn't mean anything.
A lot of you guys are asking why my car payment is $1,000 a month.
So everybody's car note is $700 or more. And don't come on here lying and say that your car note is $400 because I'm not going to believe you unless you show proof.
What's up, Financial Hawks? It's your man, Eric. In today's video, we're going to be going over car payments. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, but car payments, they have not gone down. They have continued to keep on going up. And I'm pretty sure in 2026, we're going to not only see higher car payments, but also higher interest rates. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
I had a customer come in and buy a new Navigator for me. It was $3,700 a month.
What is the highest monthly payment you've ever seen?
$2,100 a month. I think it was a Bronco Raptor.
What was the highest monthly payment you ever seen for a vehicle?
I sold someone a BMW M850i and they signed out at $1,875 a month. What is the highest monthly payment that you've ever seen?
Probably was about 1,600 and something thousand on an F450 Platinum.
What is the highest monthly payment that you have ever seen?
$1,300 on an Expedition.
It's the highest monthly payment that you've ever seen.
$1,400 a month for 72 months.
What is the highest monthly payment you've ever seen?
$2,600.
Man, those were high. Those were high. The first one, what, 2,600? I think he said for that Navigator. Oh, no, $3,700 for that Navigator. And it's just continued to be wild. It's crazy. Like the Mustang, that one was under 2K and everything else was 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah, that's high. That is high. Now, I do want to see, like, I wish there was a way that we can see all the people's salaries on this, because I'm definitely intrigued to see like how much they're actually making, to see exactly how much of this car payment is their monthly income. Because I feel like for a lot of these people getting these specific cars that we're seeing right here, I feel like that high car payment is going to be like a majority of what they're actually getting paid each month. But dang, $3,700 for that, man, like my car payment isn't even that high because I put a very good down payment on mine. So that in my insurance isn't too bad, but it's like they're paying $2,000-3,000 for just the car payment, let alone how much they're going to be paying for the car insurance. And then, when stuff happens to your car, got all the extra repair work, like, man, you might be spending like dang near $5,000. It's like you can save up so much. But again, maybe if you're making like a ton of money, then maybe, I could see that, like you're making a ton of money. But then again, like these cars is not giving me those vibes. Paying $3,700 for some of these, $2,000 plus for some of these is like, man, let me know how much you guys are paying for your car payments in the comment section. Definitely intrigued to hear this.
So everybody's car note is $700 or more. And don't come on here lying and say that your car note is $400 because I'm not going to believe you unless you show proof. Since I have been buying cars, I have not paid under $400 for a car note. And when my car note was $400.01, that was back in 2017. Every vehicle I have purchased since then has been at least $550 or more. So what y'all doing to these vehicles that we got to pay so much money? And don't come out here you got good credit, because everybody don't have 800 credit score. And it's like everybody that I seen recently about a car, it's been like $850, $100, sometimes $1,000. Why y'all want so much for these vehicles? Like, no, they must gonna talk to me. They must gonna drive for me or something. So what kind of vehicle you got and how much your car is? I got a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee and I paid $699.39 a month.
Okay. That's crazy. Now, if you end up watching this video, the person who made that video right there, I don't pay over $400 for my car payment. I pay less than $400 for not only my car payment, but also my insurance. And I have a 2023, so a newer car, a GR86. So that's crazy that you're paying, I forgot how much he said, you were paying like $700. And it's like, I got a sports car and I'm paying less. So yeah, where are you buying your cars at? That's like my first main question. Secondly, before you even get a car, you should not rely on the vehicle place that you're going to buy the car. I don't rely on their financing or whatnot. Your primary goal should be trying to find financing another place. So then you can compare, you can get a lower price like I was able to do. And then when they present you with their plan, you can be like, hey, my plan, my APR is this amount. They're saying I can pay XYZ amount. with my own banking. If you have like a credit union or something along those lines, that helps out a lot too on that. And then you can either use that or maybe that financing place may drop theirs all of a sudden. Now they can drop it and may drop theirs even lower, so then they can beat your credit union or whatever bank that you currently have. Second off, having like a big size down payment will also help out a lot. I think a lot of the people who have some of these 800 plus car payments and like they're in like just like flabbergasted on this, I think they're just not paying like a good amount down payment on the car as well. Because like if you put like a large down payment and then your APR is low, like your car payment shouldn't be that high. But again, you got to be in that position to save up that money to then be able to put that down payment on that type of car. So yeah, I'm pretty sure whatever car she currently has, I'm pretty sure she can pay lower than that if she would have put like a higher down payment, maybe had a second or third opinion from another bank to get a better APR rate. Yeah, that would definitely help out a lot. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that is like the norm. I think that the average is like 750 now. I think, yeah, 700, 850 now. I know last year, I think it was like around 700 or so. And then you just have people just like getting unaware that you can actually pay less. But, with interest rates and billings and other stuff going on, I guess they're just not really doing the paperwork or doing the due diligence. But if you do the due diligence, just don't pick any type of car, really focus in on the type of car, have the down payment, et cetera, kind of just be ahead of it. You don't have to pay 700 plus for a car.
What are y'all paying for your car payment? Because now you have me confused. Because $650 is a lot. It's a lot. I would rather not pay it. Don't love that. However, I do love my car. However, she's not a fancy sports car. I have a 2023, might be a 2022. I don't remember. Kia Sorento. Nice SUV. I loved her. I love her. Again, I love her. But it's not fancy by any means. I would consider it a normal car for a mom, for a family. Also, that monthly payment includes like my warranty with Kia. So anytime a light comes on, anytime I need my oil changed, they got me. And that's nice. And also our credit is good. Before you say our credit's bad, that's why my payment is high. And before you say they must have got me on some crazy interest rate, I'm pretty sure we went back and forth with the dealer and USAA. And we went with the USAA and I think we got like 2 or 3%. So none of that is a factor. We weren't bought into anything. We just got a brand new car, which I felt like was a good purchase. And I still do feel like is a good purchase and a good monthly investment, though it does make me sad. Simply because I'm a mother, I'm a homeschool mom, especially. We're always doing things. Now I work. I need a reliable car. We're also traveling across state line all the time. I need something that's reliable, and you never know what you're getting from a used car. So let me know what you pay for a brand new SUV within the last few years, because I thought that was normal.
Yeah, I don't know how much new SUVs are, probably like the 800 plus that we've been seeing on a lot of the other reaction videos. But yeah, that's like the big thing right there, just her not wanting to have a used car. Like you don't have to buy a car that's like, 20 years old, 10 years old. You can buy something like a year or two old and still save a ton of money and still have something that has very low mileage and still be super reliable. Like, I don't know exactly where it's coming from that you got to get a super brand new. You can get a year or two. Like when I bought my 2023, my 2023 GR86, I think the year was like 2024 or so. Yeah, I think it was 2020. Yeah. I guess it was either last year or 2023 or 2024. But I mean, it wasn't like a new car. It had like 10,000, like it was like used, but it had like 10,000 miles on it. So it wasn't brand new, but I mean, only 10,000. That's like really nothing. It feels brand new. Yeah, you can, if you really want something that's like, I guess, super reliable in a sense of it being new, I mean, you can just wait the car to be just a year old. Heck, you may mess around and find one that's like a few months, maybe 6-7 months old, and still the current year or whatever, and you can still pay a whole lot lower than you purchasing that brand new car. But yeah, I'm intrigued for anybody who's buying like brand new, I guess in her instance, brand new SUVs. How much are you currently paying, not only for your car payment, but also for your car insurance? I want to see that added up, because I'm very intrigued to hear that, and kind of see like the difference between that and some of the other people I've been seeing on these YouTube videos.
Financial decision that you're making in life?
Probably buying a new car after I just finished nursing school. That was like kind of like, I shouldn't have done that.
How's that a bad financial decision?
Because I still was like getting adjusted to my career and like, still like trying to figure things out. And then I still had another car that I was still paying on. So it's like, why would I jump up and buy another one? That's it.
You got it like it's a gift to yourself.
Yeah, basically for like all my hard work.
What's that car payment looking like?
For the first one, it's like $460, and then the second one is $760 something, almost $770.
Wait, so you spend on both car notes?
Yeah.
Plus insurance? That's like over $1,500 for 2 cars, huh?
It was a bad decision, to be honest.
I know. What did your parents have to say about that?
My mom was just like, if you can do it, then do it.
You can do it?
Yeah.
What's starting pay for a nurse?
So it really depends, because if you're, I'm an LVN right now, and I'm in school for my BSN. So for LVN, it just depends, because they like lowball new grad nurses. So I've seen some pay as little as like $27 an hour, and I've seen some pay as high as $45. So, and then like depending if you're like a travel nurse for an LVN. No, because I have a toddler, so I can't really.
All right, that was a lot on that one. First off, I just want to say I think that was bad advice from my mom on that. Just saying, oh, if you can do it, you can do it. I mean, you can do that for anything. I think a lot of people get in those type of situations, getting into so much debt and like not having any type of wiggle room is because they listen to older people like that. And they're like, oh, well, hey, you got the money, so you can spend all of it. And now you could be in a predicament like she is now, regretting it. You know, her mom could have been like, why do you have 2 cars and spend that much? You know, you can spend that on one and at least, you know, have like at least some few months, maybe a year of saving that extra money on the side. But unfortunately, that's something we do see. I've seen plenty of times in real life, but also online as well. Like when people get new jobs, like the first thing they do is like, oh, I got to find a way to spend it. So let me go ahead and like buy a new car. It's like, no, that's the perfect time to actually get those new checks, you know, like from that new higher paying job, get those new checks, be able to put that to the side a little bit. And then maybe after like a few months, then you can go and get that car. And then when you do it like that too, you can really see if you really want a certain car. Cause that helped me out a lot, being able to see like, do I really want this GR86 or do I not? And then, you know, kind of seeing how much that you're actually getting in, like extra money that you're getting in, and then being able to save that and put a lot of that to the side. So then after that 6 months, you're like, okay, I do want to go ahead and buy this. Now I got all the extra money. I can go ahead and put that towards a down payment on my car. And, you know, now I'm paying a whole lot less. Or maybe even, you may be like after 6 months, like, you know what, I really don't want this car. I want this other cheaper car. Or maybe, you know what, I'm cool with this car right now. Maybe I'll also go ahead and put this in some type of investment or something along those lines. So it's like a lot of different things you can do if you just wait a little bit. If you get a new job, you get paid a little bit more. You don't have to go out and spend all your money right then and there. At least give yourself a month or two so you can see how those new checks look like. At least give you that. Come on now. I know you guys can do that. At least 2 months. At least 2 months. You don't have to rush out the first month. At least 2 months to chillax, act like you've been having money for a minute, and then see after that.
Noticed amongst people that are struggling financially, like what are they doing with their money? Why is it not going in their favor?
Everyone's good with getting a 5, 6, 7 year car loan at 25% and thinks that doesn't mean anything. So that's crazy. I mean, what? The average new car payment, what was it? I think it's recently come out to like $800 a month.
Yeah.
It's insane. If 50% of the people in the United States, 50% who have a job make $30,000 or less on a yearly basis, $800 a month as the new average car payment, that's insanity.
Yeah, that really is insanity. Yeah. I didn't even think about the average income part of this as well, because yeah, the average income, again, about 30,000 per person. So in household, if you got 2 people, that's 60,000. So at 30,000 that you're making, again, that's before tax. So you pay $800 on that 3,000. I mean, on that 30,000 minus the taxes also that you're going to be, you know, getting taken out of on that 30,000. It's like, that's so much of your money. And then we've been looking at so many videos too of people spending 50%, 60% of their income on their rent. It's like they really have no extra money anywhere, because sometimes you get these type of predicaments right here where you're paying so much higher car payment, then you got so much high that you're paying on your rent, and then you got all the other bills. It's like, come on now. I was literally just doing a video where a girl was talking about how she's like in the negative every month, then like how much she was making, then just with her, I think, car payment and just the rent, like she dang near already in the negatives. And then with all the bills and everything, yeah, she's in the negative. And then a lot of people are in that type of predicament. And unfortunately, you know, some of us may be in those type of predicaments because, you know, XYZ happens. Like, we're not trying to put ourselves into it, but it's like some people put themselves into it. It's like, you don't have to spend $800 on the car. You don't have to spend $700 on a car. But some people really think that you have to. And unfortunately, yeah, now that's the new norm.
In my almost 4 years of selling cars, I had a customer who actually wanted a higher car payment. So this customer came in looking to purchase a 2025 Hyundai Palisade.
The trim level that he wanted to move forward with was a calligraphy because it's the top of the line and he wanted all the options. So he test drove the car. He obviously loved it. The next part was just getting the numbers right. He told me that he was paying cash for the vehicle, so I just put together an out-the-door price for him. He said that all the numbers look good and he signed pretty much immediately. But after he signs, I notice he pulls out a check and it says Navy Federal at the top. Now, there's nothing wrong with financing through a credit union or a bank, but I told him that Hyundai has better rates right now. At the time, Hyundai was offering 0% interest for the Palisade while Navy Fed was doing 4% on new cars. I even went as far as putting Hyundai's numbers on papers against his Navy Federal approval just to see what the payments look like. There was a $100 swing between the both of them, and he still decided to go with Navy Fed. Now, I need you guys to let me know in the comments, am I missing something? Does Navy Federal offer something that I just don't know about? Because taking the higher payment based off of the same terms and everything just makes no sense to me whatsoever.
All right. Yeah, that's an interesting one. To be honest, I'm not exactly for sure. I don't know too much about Navy Federal, but if the APR and the like the loan, that like amount of time that you have to pay, everything else is the same, and there, you just have the $100 difference. I'm not exactly for sure. Maybe he just wanted to not be involved with the dealership at all. Maybe that's the case. I'm not 100% sure. Like when you go to these like dealerships, they for sure want to add in this, want to add in that. Oh, do you want this type of extra insurance, extra that? Maybe he just like, man, F this. I just want to use my stuff, and that's that. Or maybe he likes the way that you can pay for it. Maybe he has his like mortgage or something else through Navy Federal. So is it easier to pay everything in like one website versus having to use multiple ones? Maybe something along those lines. I haven't looked at the comments yet, but like that's what I would say. Because some people like, hey, I just don't want to use extra sites. I don't want to have to, worry about, remember this password and this and all this from another website. Whereas I got everything set up in Navy Federal, got my accounts, bam, bam, bam. Whenever I get paid, my money automatically goes to that account, and that money gets taken out from that account, towards whatever payments I have. Maybe he has something like that set up. I feel like would be logical. But again, I don't know exactly the situation, but let me know in the comments if you guys know if there's something from Navy Federal that maybe we're both not seeing, or maybe you've done something similar and you had a particular reason. I'm definitely intrigued to hear about that.
I mean this with the utmost disrespect. If you are driving a brand new vehicle with a whopping fat payment, do not be complaining about groceries. Do complain about the economy. Do not be complaining about Joe Biden, even though he's absolutely terrible. I beg you. Y'all are embarrassing everybody. Just shut your mouth, okay?
Okay, yeah, that one I agree with. Yeah, if you purposely like, hey, instead of me buying this used car, I'm going to buy the newest car, and I'm spending 800 plus. Some of these people paying 2,000 plus. And then you're complaining about, high inflation and XYZ. Yeah, I just don't want to hear it. I think a lot of people like that. We just don't want to hear it. It's like you put yourself in that situation. If you spend 2,000 plus. Now, underneath the 1,000, I don't know, maybe you got super low credit. So maybe you're gonna pay higher than XYZ amount. But come on now. I'm not gonna feel sad for you spending 2,000, 3,000 on a brand new car, and then you complaining like, oh wow, I can't afford groceries now. It's like, okay. There's plenty of cars you could buy that was not $3,000 a month. Come on now. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let us know in the comments section how crazy or not crazy your car payments are. Definitely try to hear that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.